Hello, everybody! Welcome back to Monsterhearts freshman year. It's been about a month since we have left off at the cliffhanger of Onyx and Steve in the woods. But before we get into that, just wanted to give you some announcements of some upcoming stuff from us charmed persons. After this stream, you can go onto our Twitch and find all our VODs. You can also subscribe and find VODs that are for subscribers only, turns out. Don't know, I'm not going to tell you which ones. You got to find them by subscribing. But this coming Sunday, we will have a continuation of the Candlekeep mysteries. We're level 5 now. Still not the muffins, I don't think. But we'll see when that happens. I don't even remember what level that happened at. And then on Thursday, Curse of Strahd will be starting at session 13. So join Matt right there. See him?
Hey.
I don't know where he is on the... but Curse of Strahd will be continuing there. If you have seen our social medias, you will know that there is a campaign 3 coming in March 3rd. So keep an eye out on our socials for more content, character introductions, world introductions, all of that. But I think that's it for announcements. Josie, you left Ronnie's house, Ken's house, in a bit of a panic. You were flustered anyway because you walked up and your parents were at Ken Mark's house, notorious paranormal investigator, and everybody was like flustered upon knowing that each other was in the same place. Your parents left rather abruptly, kind of sending you into a little bit of a whirlwind of confusion. Ken promptly went upstairs as you and Steve made your way into the house to try to do a nice thing for him. And a bit distracted, feeling a bit guilty. Steve, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, kind of convinced you to go take some time and be with your family.
I'm trying to remember.
I think...
Did I say what they thought was going on?
I think you did.
I think I did as well.
I think that you texted... I think you texted her later, if I recall.
Okay.
Let me see.
I'm sorry, I don't remember.
No, that's okay. I even watched the stream and I forget
what
to.
What did I do? You're always watching.
Matt,
you were there. You were in the closet. What did I do?
I haven't come out yet.
We did specify though that Josie would not have told anybody that Vernon was there.
Yeah.
Because Vernon was Josie was the one that invited Vernon.
Yeah.
So, Josie, you left that scene behind, hoping to figure out a little bit more about what is going on with your parents. We'll say, because I do remember you saying a text being sent or somehow that your parents think you're possessed.
Think that I'm possessed.
Yeah. So with that information, you make your way home. The snowy, we're kind of back in time a little bit, from where we left off last session, just because I want to give you a chance to be there. But you make your way to your new home in this new town that you've been in for about 3 or 4 months now. Knock your boots off to get any snow off of them before you walk in the house, and you open the door. And because it's only been shortly after since your parents left, they are pretty present almost immediately in the kitchen as soon as you walk in.
I'm home.
Okay, hi. This is your mom. She frantically stands up, puts her cell phone down, looks around for your dad. He's in the other room somewhere. She stands up. Hi. How are you? How was school today?
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm fine. Uh, yeah, I was a little stressed going over to see Ronnie's dad. I was pretty sad that he's been alone for a bit, so I wanted to go see him. Was
That's so sweet of you.
surprised y'all you were there.
Oh, yeah. No, we were just, we've been here for a couple months now, just getting to know the neighbors. I'll also feel so bad about what happened and just, I don't know, just looking to get a little more information, I think, about his daughter, about it. Yeah, just.
Yeah, did he tell you anything?
You're right. He is sad.
I mean, it's pretty understandable.
I mean, yeah.
Good.
Dan, Josie's home. Oh, Josie, we just saw you. We were meeting the neighbors.
Yeah, that's what Mom said.
Yeah.
I kind of rushed out of there and totally forgot to eat the macaroni and cheese.
We ordered some food. We didn't order you any, but you could share. Duffy, he's growing, so he got 2 orders of fried rice this time. So you can have some. I'm sure he would be okay with that.
Look over at Duffy.
Duffy's actually notably distracted and not paying attention to this conversation. He is at the kitchen island where y'all have been kind of doing your homework. And he is like nose deep in a very thick, very ancient looking book.
Ancient looking book.
Your dad
homework?
kind of like nudges him, says, Duffy, you'll share your fried rice. And he kind of, yeah, Joe, hi, you can have some of my fried rice.
Oh, good. And Josie does start like digging in. And I think like part of being dead, she just has like insatiable hunger.
Uh-huh.
And so it's like eating probably too much.
You are just shoveling forkfuls of the fried rice, and nobody for probably a good 2 or so minutes, which is forever in silence. You look up and you see that everybody's just kind of watching you. Your father with a very like impressed look at how much food you have just managed to consume. Your mother with a very like, oh yes, this is good, this is fine, everything's fine look. And Duffy with like a bit of a perplexed and kind of like I wouldn't say pitying because he's your little brother, but in like a worried like, are you okay kind of way.
I'm trying to like deflect and get attention off of me. Duffy, is that homework? What's this book?
He immediately shuts it and kind of like leans over it, and says, "Give me some of that. Don't eat it all."
I kind of like playfully fight him for it and then shove it towards him.
The book or the food?
The food.
Okay, yeah. He'll laugh, and you see him kind of like take the book and like tuck it down below him. And as you guys are fighting for the food, he kind of pulls it towards him and pulls you in subsequently closer and says, "Meet me in my room later."
Yeah. Well, anyway, I am gonna go take a shower now, I guess. And I'm just desperate to get out of here.
Yeah, easily enough, you make your way upstairs into the bathroom. You kind of hear Duffy following with some distance behind you. He doesn't bother you. He doesn't try to get your attention or anything, but you do hear him once you go into the bathroom, pass the bathroom door and go into his room and shut the door.
I linger in the bathroom because I'm just kind of now like trying to avoid my parents, knowing that they are like treating me like I'm really weird, and I kind of know the reason why. But I'm trying to kind of mask that, and also just am awkward teenage girl. So
awkward teenage girl.
I linger for a while and then sneak out and try and just like beeline for Duffy's room, knocking loudly to make sure I don't walk into my middle school brother's room unannounced.
Yeah. He immediately, as if he has like been standing by the door, like waiting for you to come in, opens it, ushers you in, and then closes the door quickly behind you. Hi.
Hey.
Okay, I'm so glad that you came home, because I think I've been doing some research. I've been to 3 libraries. I took the train down 2 neighborhoods. I don't even know what neighborhood I was in. Please don't tell Mom and Dad. I'm not supposed to go that far on the train by myself. I saw a cat. There was a cat there. I got distracted. It was kind of hard to... Anyway.
Yeah, no, of course I'll cover for you, but please be careful. What were you looking for?
Okay, so I've been thinking. Something's going on with you, and it is not puberty.
Yeah.
You disappeared. You're cold all the time. You're moody. That's kind of puberty, but it could be other things. And okay, look at this book. And he like takes the book that he had out at the table, and he opens it up, and you see that like he has written like all sorts of notes in it, and this is like clearly a library book. And he kind of tries to like hide it as he's showing you that he defaced public property. But as he's like flipping through the pages, you look up and you see the whiteboard that hangs above. He has like a little desk next to his bed, is just covered in like notes and theories, and like he has clearly been... It has like Josie ? Woods ? Like wolves. What's the deal with Scotty? Like all of these just like little things that he has just taken in information either from you or what he has seen or heard from hanging out with you. And it's almost it's very you look back at him and he's kind of got, for being 12, a little bit of dark rings under his eyes, as if he hasn't slept in a while. He looks a little bit unhinged. He's got very much Charlie from from Always Sunny, where he's like, like, I've been researching. And he shows you a page in the book as you've been observing all of this around you. And he goes, Josie, look. So I found this book on ghosts. Josie, are you dead?
I don't know. I don't know what to say, Duffy.
And he like gets a big, huge grin on his face, and he's like, I knew it. You are, aren't you? Wait. Are you? Oh no.
I think it happened that first night I disappeared in the woods.
He like looks over to his whiteboard and he sees where it says woods, and he goes over and he erases the question mark.
I don't know how it happened, but Steve found my body. I don't think it was wolves.
Steve found your body?
Look like I was like eaten.
Have you seen your body?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Saru. Oh my god. He like puts his hand on your shoulder and he's like, but you're not. And he flips through a couple of the pages. This is so strange. Because usually ghosts can't be like you. You're just like, you're here.
I think something bad. I mean, obviously something bad happened, but...
Hang on. I saw something about this. And he's flipping and he's flipping and he's flipping and he goes and he finds a page and he looks and he reads for a second and he says, I think that I know what we can do. It says here that corporeal ghosts, which is when you can still see them all the time, and I can touch you, I don't go through you. Corporeal ghosts can be formed when either their death is interrupted or they aren't fully separated from their body. Do you still feel attached to your body?
I don't know. I mean, I guess. I don't know. It's hard to tell what I feel. Everything feels like fuzzy. Like I'm here, but I'm not. And I feel like there's maybe like a thread that...
What if we went and tried to put you back? Have you tried that?
No, I kind of freaked out when I saw my body and I couldn't stay there very long.
Do you think you would want to try maybe? I would go with you.
Yeah, we sort of hid my body at the cemetery.
Oh, that's a good place.
I think I would, at some point in time, have to roll to keep my cool. Just
okay, do it. Yeah.
Well, and also I don't want to like. This is totally up to you guys, but I do just want to remind like unresolved trauma.
Yeah.
Is like, isn't that like, yeah.
What is that?
Whenever somebody brings to mind my death, I do choke up and gain the condition traumatized.
Yes.
Which has happened to me once before, but I've lost it. So
well, I think
it's also kind of, it might be canceling out because Duffy is actively like talking to you and helping you, which is like the condition.
Yeah. No, but I mean that was another thing that I was going to bring up. That
I think like... I remember because I think we said that you would have over the course of the months
kind of come to not terms, but like and I think that's part of why I want to roll to keep my cool.
Yeah.
Is this is living in that trauma again.
Yeah, keep your cool.
Okay. It's rolling with cold.
Mm-hmm. And what you are afraid of. Name what you're afraid of.
Oh yeah. I mean like it's definitely like a sense of hopelessness that there's nothing I can do and that I'm not going to be able to like fix it, and I am just trying to like exist and help and be here, and like that I'm afraid that I won't be able to do anything, and it's all going to come undone. I have a 2 to cold, so with a 5 on the dice, that's a 7.
Yikes. So that is a very low mid win. I think that because you are having this fight of like either being traumatized at the mention of your death, remembering those moments where you did first see your body when you were first grappling with the fact that you were dead, all of that being surrounded with Steve having abandoned you, been a fake, coming back, like all of the stuff that happened at the art fair, it is causing some anxiety in you. And I think that
Absolutely.
You honestly being in front of someone who has kind of been with you through all of it and is now actively trying to find answers to help you, because you have kind of in the last 3 months formed kind of a stasis, right? You've been mildly comfortable, you've been kind of living in this ghostly state and making it through and learning about your new surroundings and making friends. So it's not been an entirely miserable thing. So having this brought up and the idea that you could maybe become you again in front of a person who you are already vulnerable with generally, I would say that is how you are vulnerable. And you can choose to either go with Duffy and his plan or shy away from it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it is definitely a vulnerability, and like having any hope and also feeling so hopeless at the same time. And that like whichever direction this goes is definitely going to tip me in that. Yeah, I think that makes sense. And I am afraid, and I do want to just try it. So I look at Duffy and I think, yeah, I mean, thanks for looking into this. I'm nervous that it won't work, but I want to try.
Do you want to do it now, or do you want to wait and maybe take a rest? And because I think that, I don't know, I saw Dad on like his 4th joint, and Mom has been on the phone basically since they got home. So I think they're going to be calling it a pretty early night.
Yeah, I think we could probably get over there pretty quickly, actually. And I don't know that I want you to see me, but I think you going with me and even just being there, standing outside, would mean a lot.
He kind of puts his hand on your hand and squeezes it a little bit and very seriously says, I'm going to be 13 next month, so I can go in there with you if you need me to.
Ooh, Mr. 13, you're so fucking brave.
Shut up. Whatever. I'm 15. I'm a ghost.
Boo!
Oh, stop. That's not funny. And the two of you kind of joke around a little bit until your parents go to bed. And as Duffy predicted, he has been kind of wily to the comings and goings of your parents more so than you have. And they both do say goodnight as they walk past, seeing you having sibling bonding time. Go to bed, tell you goodnight. And Duffy immediately starts putting on his jacket, slipping on his boots. Okay. Are we doing this?
Yeah, let's go right now. Otherwise, I'm gonna lose my nerve.
Okay. He grabs the book, puts it in his bag, grabs a couple notes that he's taken, shoves them in his pocket, waits for you to get yourself together.
Okay, yeah, let's go. To the cemetery. Oh.
We cut to the mausoleum. Both of you stand out front. It is a lovely, blustery, midwinter December night. I don't really have... I'm just going to bring us back to here. I don't have a winterscape of it, but just to give you a little essence. You stand in front of the doors, and Josie, if you could cold sweat as much as you can cold sweat, you just feel that thread tugging ever tighter, being so close to what you used to be. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Take a breath. Breathe, Josie.
Okay. Yeah. I gotta go in there.
You gotta go in there. Do you want me to go? Do you want me to go in there? I will be okay.
You stay here first.
Okay.
I'll call you if I need you.
Okay. Okay, so everything I've read, just don't... It might take a while, it might take a second, but just feel yourself back.
Yeah. I step into the dark mausoleum, and my eyes are even kind of like closed for a second until I can like bring myself to open them and kind of scan the room. Stepping in deeper and looking for the like lump of blanket that is covering my corpse.
Before I go into this, I just want to ask you, Soph, would you have told anyone you were doing this?
I don't think so. I think I'm like too in my immediacy of feels.
Okay.
Before.
Cool. You scan the room, and being as it is a mausoleum, there are no lights. If you want to, you can get out your phone and use that as a light to help you, but you can also just go by blind trust.
I turn my flashlight on for a second and like see the shape, and then I'm like immediately turn it off, I think, because I don't want to see myself that clearly.
Yeah. You see the shape, the lump of yourself under the blanket as you had left it the last time that you were here. When you turn the light off, you don't know if it's a trick of your eyes, but for a brief moment you see two glowing orbs and a small smile similar to the face that you saw all those months ago that you really haven't seen since. But when you blink and look back, there's nothing there, just the outline.
I have to like push past that fear of
Mm-hmm.
the not Steve homunculus creature.
Homunculus.
Step deeper into the darkness, reaching out towards what was myself, what is myself, and muster myself to like pull back the covering.
You do. And though you cannot really see much because of the darkness, your eyes are starting to adjust. Apologies for the graphicness, but it smells very bad in here. You've been sealed in a mausoleum for 3 to 4 months.
Yeah.
It's winter, so it is colder in here, which is kind of killing it a little bit, but it still is not pleasant. And for a minute, you choke back kind of a desire to vomit at the smell and the nerves. But you do see the outline, the matted blue hair, and the ever so faint disintegrating outline of your face.
Thanks. I kind of have to close my eyes again and reach out to myself and reach for one of my hands with my own with my own hand, and feel that awkwardness of with the form that I am touching what feels familiar and also changed and cold and slightly decayed and less than what it was, and feel if there's like any kind of connection or impulse, like pull that I have once I make contact with myself.
While you're doing that, go ahead and just roll with dark to gaze into the abyss.
Ew. That's a 10 on the die plus.
Hell yeah.
Plus 1, so 11 total.
Hell yeah. Nearly immediately as your hand makes contact with, as soon as your eyes make hand contact with your hand, you take a breath in and you open your eyes and you see green, luscious ferns and leaves and heavy, thick, dense trees surrounding you, and you smell wet dirt and rain, and you hear the patter of drops hitting the canopy above you, and you think to yourself, oh, I should probably get home. I have school in the morning. It's my first day. I want to make sure I'm well rested. And you start to walk towards where you thought you came in. Did you come in that way? Okay. This is new. This is a new woods. This is a new forest. You'll learn. It's okay. You start to go back through towards where you see potentially light coming through. You know that's west. The sun is setting. You try to put your jacket up, tuck your blue hair out of the way. You start to kind of get a little down on yourself that you went off the path. You're feeling like you know a little bit better than this. You didn't even Google any of the wildlife that you found here, or that could be found in Keynes, Oregon. Hoping it wasn't too much different than around Portland, but here we are. You hear a snap, and you kind of stop and listen. You don't hear anything, so you keep walking, and you hear another snap, and it's closer to you. A little too close. So you turn around, and before you can make it all the way around, you feel a searing pain in the back of your head. And differently to every time you've had this dream or every time you've had this vision, your eyes close and they reopen. And you see your own body laying in front of you with the figure behind you that you've been seeing the face of all these months, that you saw peel skin from his face, those wild eyes you cannot forget. And he spooks, he startles, and looks around, and you hear giggling, and he picks up your front of your jacket, the front of your red jacket, and pulls you into the spot that Steve would eventually find you. Shoves some leaves up under, makes quick work of hiding his crime. Very lumbering, very clumsy, and then bounds into the darkness, into the rain. And the crunching and the giggling come closer to where you're just standing and watching this happen. And you see passing you, unaware that any nefarious thing has happened moments before, Alaska and Scotty running, laughing, kissing past you and away. And you come to with your hand grasped around your body. And you know, as most ghosts know, the reason that you are here is purposeful. And this is where you are. Your body is too far gone for you to make any sort of home in it. But there is something that you are needed for in the form that you are in. And you have to accept that and keep going.
I am sobbing weakly, knowing this truth innately, as I know, am back in the mausoleum, and the fear that nothing can really be done, balmed only by the fact that I do have a purpose, and knowing how it happened. And I am in pain, and I am bereft, and also resolved to find this creature and protect the others, and hopefully find Ronnie and anybody else that's gone missing, and keep anyone else from going missing. And I think I stay there sobbing kind of until Duffy would come and kind of break me out of it.
I'm gonna say for that, and for rolling so high, above a 10, for that, go ahead, and because of the knowledge that you gained from that vision, and just being willing to be so brave and face this, I'm gonna give you a string on both Scotty and Alaska, since you know now that despite maybe they didn't witness anything, they were there that night. Kind of a I know something you don't know kind of thing.
Is the creature that you saw, do we know anything about, I know that you, Angie, were sending Sophie a picture when she was having these visions before.
I guess, a similar question would be, is this the creature that we knew Adam to be playing, or is this the creature that created Adam?
You, just for confirmation for the lore, you, Sophie, would know that it is Steve, not Steve.
Not Steve.
You recognize this person, and I'll show you just to be reminded. Yeah. That's what Josie just saw. That person, or that humanoid,
who the audience knows is destroyed, but we do not know is destroyed.
Correct. Yeah. By some mysterious mother figure of its likely creator or something. But that's all I'll say, you guys. That's all I'm gonna say. Duffy does eventually come knocking and asks if you're okay, asks if it worked. You confirm that it doesn't, and the two of you safely make your way back to your home. And I think we determined you did not go to school the next day because you were busy with Duffy or hanging out.
Yeah.
Yeah. You sent a giant text. That's what it was. Do you want to see the text that you sent?
I would love to see what I sent.
I tried really hard based on specifically you dictating your texts.
Yeah.
I wrote this.
Can we read it for the stream?
Yeah. Do you want to read it, Sophie?
I'll read it, yeah. Hey, not feeling good today. Won't be at school. Going to hang out with Duffy. I think he has some stuff he's been working on, and he's gonna fake sick too, so he can show me. I want to be I want to be a good sister and a good friend, and I hope you all keep me informed of what's going on at school. Thanks. Thanks for all your support, and I'll see you tomorrow. Heart face.
Love it. Whoever's phone is at 50% at 8 a.m., I feel bad for you.
Yeah.
So all of that the night before, while Steve and Ken have their heart-to-heart, Vernon somehow hypnotizes Ken into giving him a key that can get him into his locked office to learn about all of the different files that Ken keeps on everybody, learning that that Vernon's sister was in town for the art festival and may have had some contact with whatever went on. And all the way to the morning. That all happens all at the same time. All the way to the morning where Steve and Onyx sneak off from school to go and try to find Onyx's parents. Casually stumbling in on and also skipping school, Alaska and Scotty. Steve finally getting confirmation that Scotty has been keeping a secret and is giggle-fitted about it. Onyx not so much, who promptly leads Steve away from the campsite to what we've been calling the Morning Rock. And I'm not quite sure where that originated from, but I will let y'all take it from there. You're walking away from the campsite.
I think I would just be like...
Do you think that they kiss all the time?
Yeah, probably. I don't want to think about it. I don't... Stop! Shut the... Stop.
Sorry.
Steve, shut the fuck up.
What? God.
Just be quiet. I don't want to startle my parents. I don't know what mood they'll be in.
This is hands down the weirdest interaction I've had with someone's parents, and I haven't even met them yet.
Well, it's gonna get weirder, so...
Okay. All right. Listen, you know that I got your back, so let's just do this.
Okay. And I think we would just, like, walk into whatever clearing until he sees them.
Okay.
He sees 2 wolves.
And you, just to make sure, just to refresh all of our memories, there has never been a time where you have told Steve anything about the composition of your parents.
Steve has implied heavily multiple times that he feels that Onyx is hiding something from him.
Yeah.
But he has never said what it is or even...
I think you've
he
assumed
that
that she's...
I assume that she's homeless and that her parents don't treat her well, is I think what he thinks.
Also,
okay.
I communicate with my parents in my human form. Or they can't speak to me.
Like Twilight.
Yeah. Like you're speaking to them, they can understand you, but they cannot really speak back, is how we've been doing it. Okay. All right. So you walk into this clearing, and
I'm giddy.
you wait. You said you're giddy. You wait and you wait. And time is passing. Steve, you have to fight the temptation to pull out your phone and look at Instagram or whatever. Onyx is scanning constantly for something. You can't quite tell what it is.
Steve is so confused.
And then Onyx very faintly, I would like to think that there is this kind of animal sense that connects you to your pack, essentially.
Yeah.
That gives you a little bit of a bristle on the back of your neck. And you know that means that your presence has been noted. And Steve, ever so faintly, from where Onyx is looking, you see the outline of a large black mass coming towards you.
I would just like point at it.
Do you guys have like horses or something?
I like look at you like you're stupid. Like you think that's a horse?
I mean, that's a fucking. What else would that be? Is it a bear? Is there bears out here?
Probably.
It's coming closer and closer.
Okay, don't run away. On the count
You'll
of 3, put your arms in the air and scream
Finally.
loudly.
I like finally like look up and I'm like, hi.
Are you saying that to the wolf?
Yeah.
Do I see that it's a wolf yet?
Yeah, so it finally comes close. It's huge, like massive, like bigger than you've seen like wolves at the zoo, and they are like usually far away, so you kind of just like have seen the form of them, but this is a pure black wolf with like the same green eyes as Onyx has, and it comes close enough for you to be able to see it and sits gently about maybe 10 or 15 feet from where you two are standing.
Don't move. Whatever you do, don't move.
Steve.
Onyx,
Is this my mom or dad, Angie?
This is your mom. So your mom is the big black one. Your dad
yeah.
has like the gray and brown.
Oh yeah, like silvery.
Yeah.
Steve.
Onyx, it's not the time. It's not the time. This is not the time.
Steve, it's okay. Steve.
What?
That's my mom. Ta-da.
What do you mean?
Mom, can
What do
you
you-
like
what do you mean?
not be pissed right now? He's not gonna tell anyone.
You notice and feel, Onyx, as you're saying this to your mom, your dad paws up and sits next to your mom in this time, and a few other wolves surround the area that you are standing in.
I think Steve just instinctively, not like a lot, but he's just like backing up a little bit.
That's when you would see the wolves forming behind you, Steve.
Steve, it's okay. They're not gonna. Don't show fear. Hey, Dad. Steve, they can't. I mean, they don't like speak English, like, so don't expect too much. But, this is the pack. Welcome, everyone. I guess you decided to come say hey. Kind of been a while. Been trying to see you all more often, but I guess not till now. Are you gonna kind of show your faces? And that's real polite of you. Steve, that's, you understand why I would maybe have a hard time introducing you to.
What do you mean?
You see those two wolves?
Are you okay?
That's my mom. That's my dad.
Okay. I'm a witch. Josie's dead. Are you a werewolf?
Guilty as charged.
Oh, okay.
It's are we chill? Like, is it cool? Like,
Yeah, it's a lot. It's just a lot. But of course, no, of course. Thank you for telling me. Hi.
they can't. They don't.
Smiths? Oh, okay.
They're. I mean, yeah, you can talk. I mean, they're smart, but they're not gonna be able to like communicate with you. I can. Ugh. Okay. No one has ever met my parents before. Steve.
Steve, when you say say the Smiths, you do see Dad's ears like perk up, like yeah, but Mom like growls at him.
Yeah. Okay.
They very very strong animal instincts. They can tell if you're afraid. So like, you can just take some deep breaths. Yeah, so I'm a werewolf. Nobody really knows that, so you better keep your fucking mouth shut about it.
I mean, you've kept my secrets, of course. Of course.
Cool. Unfortunately, I don't really know why they brought the whole pack here right now. I have been kind of trying to track everyone for a couple weeks and without much success, so
That one's
Why
that one's
are
licking
you-
his lips. That one he licked his lips at me.
Steve, they are not out for human blood.
Josie, sorry, Onyx. They can't understand me, right? Right?
They can understand you. You just can't.
Yeah.
They can't like speak back to you.
Oh, I am honored to meet your family. My name is Steve. Nice to meet you.
Immediately as soon as you say that, Black Mom Wolf starts walking up to you and looks at you, Onyx, and in however a dog can, kind of like rolls her eyes, walks over to Steve.
Mom, you better fucking don't.
Smells your shoes,
Ma'am?
smells up to your face, and if she's standing next to you, her on all fours eyes look directly into your eyes.
Yeah.
Is how big she is.
Mm-hmm.
And she,
I know enough to like, I don't look her in the eyes, but like I
Yeah.
don't like put my head down or anything either. I just like kind of just avert my gaze.
and she smells you, and as soon as she gets to your face and like looks at you, just takes a paw and swipes you across the face, and you take 1 harm.
Mom, what the fuck?
And she looks at you, Onyx, and she growls very similarly to how she growled the day that she attacked you. And she looks back at Steve. The pack kind of moves in a little bit closer. And then... Oh, go ahead.
No, I would just like, my hackles like are immediately up. Like whatever animal instincts for me, I'm like, I'm protective. I'm like, what the fuck, Mom? Like, he's not hurting you. Like,
I think I don't do
I'm
anything,
like,
but like narratively, my eyes just go like my pupils grow and my eyes are just black.
For magic things?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I do anything, but I think now that I've unlocked all of my hexes, I think I just like almost like a wizard, like prepping to cast a spell. I think just like in that moment of anger,
Her hair's
like
rolling back.
Yeah.
like in that moment of anger, like nothing happens. And if you don't think narratively, I thought it would be like
No, that's
like
cool.
like narratively,
Yeah.
like my eyes just like go black.
If you're prepping, to like protect
Yeah.
yourself, absolutely.
Yeah.
I
think because I have that hex that's like you can't. If I do it correctly, they can't harm me. And so so I think I'm like getting ready to do that if I have to.
So she looks at Onyx. She goes back to you, Steve. Her teeth are bared as she walks towards you.
No, Dad, can you fucking stop? Stop. Your problem is with me, not with him. Leave him alone. And I would go and like put myself in front of Steve. Like,
You would.
don't touch him. Yeah.
Steve, I would give you this chance to either cast something you're going to cast or do what you came here for and find a piece or reach out for a tuft or whatever it is
Or
you
you can
wanted
just look
to.
him in the eyes if you're with them, right?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm with them, I can just. But I don't know necessarily what hex right now would be useful.
Because the looking in their eyes would be if you would want them to be looking at something else so you could like use them, right?
I thought it was just to get inside. Like
It's just it's
They're
either
embedded
I
in
either use a sympathetic token and a ritual, or I can meet their gaze and chant at them in tongues. Is the two ways to cast hexes on someone.
Okay.
I mean, the player in me wants to grab something. The 14-year-old feral is going to cast something.
Okay.
I am going to attempt to hex the mom so that she cannot harm others.
Okay.
Onyx gets in front of me. My eyes go black. My hair blows back a little. My hood like when I get to like the height of the casting, my hood that's been on like blows off.
Yeah.
And I am going to attempt to hex this fudging wolf. Do I roll with dark, right? Yeah, dark. I don't have any strings, so this is just straight +2. Okay, here we go. Wait, hold on. Let me get the dice for the stream so they can see.
Dice for the stream.
Tension.
I'm nervous.
Tension. Okay, that is an 8, which for hexing means it works, but I choose one of the following. The casting does me 1 harm, the hex has weird side effects, or I trigger my darkest self. Angie, I want you to decide for me.
What? Okay, read them again.
So it either does me 1 harm, the hex has weird side effects, or my darkest self is triggered.
I
Pardon?
have a question that might influence.
Yeah, please.
Or an action that might influence this. I have my heightened senses move that allows me to ask a question about the situation.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if I can make that roll and find out some information, and then we decide what Steve does with his roll.
Yeah, go for it.
Unfortunately, I do roll with dark and I have a -1.
Yeah, and also because Steve has already done this will either be happening at the same time or slightly after, so you can use that information to prevent anything else.
Right.
But this now has already occurred, like the slash and the whatever. So yeah.
Okay, let's see what happens.
Oh.
To figure out my mom. So go ahead and mark experience. Everything's happening so quickly.
Right.
This is really similar. Truly don't know like right now in this moment, I'm imagining Onyx is like, what did I think was going to happen?
Yeah.
He attacked me for no reason, and I still don't know why. Why would I think that she would not harm another human if it was clear that she was trying to prevent humans from seeing them? So as Steve gets slashed, falls down, and has your mom bearing over him, your entire brain is just in safety mode of being unable to kind of see or glean anything around you.
I think I also, in this moment, if she's like knocked Steve down and like hovering over him, I would like try to tackle her.
Okay, so back to Steve's partial succeed.
Yeah.
Steve, I will say, because this is specifically a do no harm hex, I'm going to say you take another harm in order to cast that, because you're frazzled. So now you have 2 harms. I'll say the second one is more mental.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's like psychic damage essentially, where it's like you have a headache, you feel like maybe your nose bleeds a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's perfect.
So not only are you like having like 3 gashes on your face, but your nose also starts bleeding a little bit, and maybe even like out of a corner of your eye.
Yeah.
Totally. And Onyx, you want to lash out physically to prevent your mother from further. Whatever.
Yeah, I think
you do see and hear a slight wince from the hex taking form on her. So she.
Yeah, I mean, if I saw you like going at her, I'd say she's not going to harm anybody.
And you can either subdue. You can use a lash out physically to try to subdue her if you want.
What is she doing once the hex is cast?
She kind of just like writhes a little bit with magic like infiltrating her. She does kind of like rear back a little bit, but at this very moment, this is all I'm pretending this is moving really quickly.
Yeah.
At this moment, at the same time Steve says that is the same time she's rearing up. You don't know if she's going to pounce or if she's going to fall back.
Okay. I think that I would like try to like ram into her and like shove her away from like possibly landing on top of Steve, and I would just be like screaming and swearing at her like
okay,
like this, like what the fuck, mom, like this isn't like this is not you, like you don't have to do this, like we're trying to prove that the pack is not like the issue here, like why are you fucking doing this to him, like this is not solving anything.
Roll that lash out physically.
Come on, Jen.
What is this? This is with volatile?
Yeah.
Volatile.
You gotta be good at that. You're a werewolf.
That's my whole thing.
That's my whole thing.
I love typing my little things about what I'm doing.
To shove my mom. Partial succeed. Amazing.
So I deal harm.
Yeah.
And then I got a choice from let's see. They learn something about me and gain a string on me. You, Angie, decide how bad the harm is, or I become my darkest self.
Oh, do you wolf out?
It would be
which one do you?
Oh my god, if I become my werewolf self the first time that Steve learns this about me.
I mean, I think as of right now, like, you know, he's bleeding out of his face and his eyes are black and he just casts like, you know, I think it's we're on the same page.
I think the feral choice is to become my darkest self.
Yeah.
Do it. Okay, read us your darkest self, Jen. Just do it.
You transform into a terrifying wolf creature. You crave power and dominance, and those are earned through bloodshed. If anyone attempts to stand in your way, they must be brought down and made to bleed. You escape your darkest self when you wound someone you really care about, or the sun rises, whichever happens first.
Oh shit.
So
She's gonna come at me.
so the target prior to your transformation of your aggression is your mother.
Oh no.
You transform into this. Actually, Jenn, will you describe your wolf form for us?
Yeah. I feel like I've done this before, but it's been a while. I still have the same kind of like piercing, like green eyes. I still have the kind of like my brunette hair that almost looks like silvery in the light. Like that is the color of my fur. I'm not quite as big as my parents, but I think I'm still pretty imposing. And like the kind of attention in like my physical form that I put, or that in my human form that I put to like being strong, like translates to my wolf form as well. Like I'm strong, I'm fast, and kind of like in a scrappy way. I think my hair, my fur is like going all over the place. It's like,
do you turn into a full wolf like your parents? Yeah. Okay, dope. Cool.
So like I would like lunge at my mom. And I think like as I like hit her and I'm like tussling, I am like kind of convulsing into this transformation of like screaming into like what Steve would just hear as like growling.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, so Steve, you see all of that happen in front of you. You see Onyx explode out of her human form into this beautiful werewolf who tackles this black wolf that has been attacking you so forcefully, I would say, that they like roll and jettison like 5-6 feet to the side of you. Are you just attempting to subdue her, Onyx, or are you attempting to do harm?
Oh, I think in my darkest self, I'm trying to hurt her. Like I am pissed off. I think like once I feel the transformation happen, I'm still like whatever the form of communication is now, I like have switched into knowing that like we can actually communicate with each other, and I'm still like doing the same kind of like shouting at her like, what the fuck are you doing? Like he is not your enemy. Like there's no reason for you to just like blindly attack a child. So I think my goal would to be like explain yourself to me, or like I am going to hurt you. Like, I've been like defending like that it's not the wolves who are like causing the issues in the woods, but like why would I defend you any longer?
Because it has been so long since your parents have, now that you know there was a time before from Alaska, you didn't really notice it before, but now you do. When you are in your wolf form, you can communicate with your parents, but they don't speak as you speak. It's mostly in thoughts and ideas and sounds, and it's all very theoretical, kind of almost poetic. And you hear, as you're attacking your mother, and as she's had this hex put on her, a very confused and almost sad voice saying back to you, just helping, he's one of them, just helping, don't hurt me, hurt him, it's him, his fault, as she's like weeping and pleading.
It probably doesn't help the situation that Steve like gets up off the ground and is now like, because we've been playing with the fact that Steve is like this very shy, like not okay guy, and then this power is kind of getting to his head a bit. And so I think that he just like takes off his hoodie, like the zip, like unzips it and takes off his hoodie, and is now actively making eye contact with every wolf around him.
Oh my
like,
god.
Like just ready for one of them to try something.
Yeah, she just keeps it, you hear it over and over. It's his fault, it's his fault. They hurt us. I'm helping. Don't hurt me.
I think I like have her like pinned down and would be like snapping at her like,
Yeah.
his fault for what? What the fuck did he do to you?
They hurt.
Who? Humans?
They hurt.
I think that like if she's not able to like communicate to me any more clearly than that, I would get like even more frustrated. And like my claws would be like digging into her, and I'd be like, I mean, I think I just would keep like, I mean, not, I'm not trying to like kill her or anything, but I think I would be trying to like hurt her and be like, who is they? What are you talking about? Who is to blame? Like, who is this vendetta against?
What are the other wolves doing in this moment?
The other wolves are on alert.
Okay.
But until they are given the direct order from her, even if she is being under attack, she has not given them any sort of guidance. You see that if you were to look, Steve, you would see that Dad Wolf is very flustered. Like, you know, when dogs get anxious and they like kind of like
back and forth
yeah. Just like waiting for their entrance.
Yeah.
He's very flustered. Very much from the outside, this looks like one of those dog fights where like someone's trying to become the alpha.
Yeah, for
like,
sure. Yeah.
And so you see,
I think I'm just like,
Onyx,
if they're not doing anything, I'm also just like on alert, and I'm letting Onyx handle the situation.
Yeah. Onyx has her pinned down. It's very much a like, Onyx looks like she's trying to, become the leader of this pack. And both of you from the distance hear the crack of a gun fired. And Onyx, does it say when you take damage that anything happens in your wolf form? Or is it only if you do damage?
Yeah, it doesn't say anything.
Okay, I'm gonna say then you hear the crack of the gun that distracts you enough and startles everyone in this group enough that the wolves go taking off, aside from Dad. And in that moment that you have her pinned and then are startled and your attention is drawn, she back leg hind kicks you off of her and takes off running.
My dad is still there?
Your dad runs off as soon as she runs off.
Oh.
And you can either go with them or you can stay with Steve.
They've taken off like in the opposite direction of whatever this gunshot is.
Yeah.
I assume.
Yeah, so the gunshot came from around where you walked up, like from that direction, and so they take off in the direction that they originally came.
I mean, I think that my darkest self is like out for blood still. I think I would like I would like have a minute where I like round on Steve because I'm like, shit, like I'm gonna, I can't do both things, and then I'm like, I know, like my priority is like taking care of my business right now, and I like shoot off after the pack and I leave Steve.
Okay, so you leave. Steve, you see a bunch of wolves fly off in the opposite direction of you, and from where this gunshot came from. Onyx takes off with them, leaving you alone in this clearing. So you think, because you turn around and you hear, "Oh my gosh, are you okay?" And you see the face of someone not so familiar to you, maybe, but familiar to a couple others. A woman with dark curly hair, a leather brown jacket, and a detective's badge hanging at the belt of her waist, holding a gun pointed directly where the wolves were at.
I think like as I hear a normal voice, like as I am turning, it sucks for Onyx, but I release the hex. So that I like when I turn around, I like my eyes go back to normal and I like, look like a normal kid. And I turn back around, and I think his instinctual response would just be like, yeah, thank you. I'm okay. I'm okay.
All right, I don't want to be this person, but why aren't you in school, kid?
My dad died.
Oh. Gosh. Oh,
I was really
I'm
sad.
so sorry.
No, it's okay. I was just, I was really sad about it. And
was
so
it recently since we talked? I don't...
At the... What? I've never met you before.
You're Steve, right?
How do you know my name?
Well, we talked in the principal's office that day that I came after your friend went missing. I know it's been kind of traumatizing. And just so you know, Zach, I don't know.
No, I remember. Yeah, no.
Oh, you do? Okay, cool. Okay.
I know that she interviewed.
I got it.
Yeah.
For a second, I was like, I don't want to leave you as the player.
No, I
in the
remember.
dust,
Yeah,
but
I'm
you're
trying
just
to
such a good
decide.
actor.
I'm trying to decide if Steve would play along, or because what I know about Detective Morales is that she was trying to figure out what happened with Ronnie, right? Like that was her case.
Yeah, she was. She had seen Onyx at the mausoleum and had questioned her. She brought in a couple people, you included, to the principal's office at school. I think it was Becca, you.
I mean, there's no way. I think that Steve's not an idiot. He's a smart kid. Mm-hmm. He knows that there's no way she's going to believe him when he says that wasn't me or something like that. So I think he just kind of says, oh yeah, sorry, I forgot.
No, it's okay. It's been...
No, it was before all that, and then today was his birthday, and so I got really sad about it, and
Are you okay? Your face is...
Yeah, one of them, I mean, I'm lucky you were here. One of them got me. I thought I was going to die.
Let me drive you to the hospital. Should you call your mom and I'll drive you? It looks like you're going to need stitches.
Oh, my mom. Yeah. You know my first and last name. So I'm going to go with you.
That's how you... Any good kidnapper, just know the first and last name. I'm going to go...
I mean, I don't think...
so she like kind of ushers you.
Yeah. Yeah. I say, yeah, I'll call my mom.
Okay.
And
she'll give you a little privacy, walk a little bit ahead of you.
I call... I call Josie.
I
Okay.
was gonna say, I was like, you know that I'm
Josie's
so-
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. So I think I called Josie. Ring ring. Ring ring. Come on, pick up.
Hello?
Hey, Mom. Everything's okay. I'm okay, but I got really sad about Dad today, and I was out in the woods alone, and I got hurt. And so I'm going to the hospital with Detective Morales. Okay?
Oh, okay. That, you know, you're not supposed to be in the woods.
I know. I'm sorry.
Do you need anything?
You know, I think if anything, I had, I feel bad because Onyx forgot her phone, and I was supposed to bring it to her. So make sure to check in on Onyx for me.
Yeah. Where did she leave her phone, honey?
In the woods. No, kidding.
Okay, but seriously, do you need me to go to the woods and find Onyx's phone?
I need you to go to the Onyx might be in danger. So just I'm with a cop.
Well, you know cops, don't tell them anything.
I know. But I'm actively bleeding out of my face.
Jesus fucking Christ, what?
There's gonna be no way to avoid this conversation. I hope she'll forgive me. She's a werewolf, and her parents are werewolves, and they scratched my face.
Are you gonna be a werewolf now because you got scratched?
Fuck!
What?
I don't know. Sorry, I'm sorry. Okay.
Are you all right?
Yeah, no, I'm okay. Okay, just check on Onyx for me, okay, Mom? I'll see you at the hospital.
Okay, yeah, bye.
Bye. Hang up.
It's sweet how you and your mom talk to each other. It's so friendly.
I'm just so.
Okay. Well, let's get you. Yeah, we'll get you fixed up, and you make your way back to her squad car. Well, it's like a unmarked car of a detective. And she takes you to the hospital. You get treated. I'll say with that treatment, go ahead and heal yourself the one harm that was physical. Okay. But now you do have stitches in your face. Yeah. I would say you got maybe like 7 or 8 stitches total, just in like the deeper scratchy parts. And Onyx is somewhere doing something, and we'll talk about that when we come back from break. But do I want to do Vernon's before or after? We'll do it now. Vernon, it's the weekend.
I'm partying.
And you're partying in the downtown area. I would like to say that you took a train all the way to the metro area, which is what we're going to call the loop of this city, the metro. You took the train all the way to the metro, where you are going to find the person that you wanted to speak with ever so much, your sister Lilith. So you make your way to her apartment. You have probably been here more than she knows that you've been here. I'll leave that up to you.
Definitely.
What do? You are there.
I have come with a bouquet of roses, mostly because I know that she hates them. And I just knock on the door.
She opens the door looking always the same as you always see her, in her black shirt with her black hair, similar to you, just so flowy, so long. And she looks at you and she looks at the roses and says, "To what do I owe this pleasure, little brother?"
I was at the flower store and I was thinking of you.
Lovely.
Hmm.
And she takes them, sets them haphazardly down on the coffee table as she passes. "What brings you here?" is more what I mean.
Well, I just think we need to talk, brother to sister, because I have a lot of questions for you, and you have a lot of answers that you need to give me.
Oh, I need to give them to you. Need to. Absolutely. Yes. I forget Vernon and his needs.
Well, of course, you don't have to give me the answers, but I think the world deserves it.
Is this for your little podcast? I heard it was failing. I heard, what, few days ago, you really tanked in the ratings. Sorry.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's, a couple of trolls online get there and they give some bad ratings. But I was actually going to talk to you about that. I've heard through the grapevine that you have made an appearance around town, maybe at the fair, maybe at the Lancaster house, and you're normally not this careless. What's happening?
Oh, would you call it careless? Checking in on my little brother, making sure that he doesn't, I don't know, besmirch the family name, the family business. And maybe I stopped at a fair or two. Maybe I had coffee with a local or two. All in good name, all in good honor. Nothing nefarious about it.
Why is Ronnie's dad then, an investigator, looking specifically into you? Interesting.
Oh, last I heard it wasn't that he was looking into me. I just had information to provide him that he needed. I happened to be there at the time of the incident and was just trying to save my little monster brother's name.
I'm going to make myself some coffee. I will go to the kitchen.
Fine. You know where it is.
Now, thank you. You're so kind for trying to help me out, but what exactly did you tell him? It's very weird that, I mean, I'm sure you know that this has involved a lot of people that I've been around, and you're not even here at school, but yet you find yourself right in the middle of it.
I simply told him what I saw that night.
What
I
did you
saw
see?
a group of rowdy teenagers bullying each other. One of them pushed the other, and you very heroically stood up to him and told him to leave. Nothing more than that. I have your best interest at heart, Vernon. I don't know why you're coming at me.
Well, I guess that is exactly what happened. I've yet to determine if I believe you or not, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt because we are blood.
And no one has to know what I saw after.
I was just staring at her.
She's staring back.
Would you like some coffee?
Would love some. Better than the roses.
I make her coffee. I don't say anything else. Make her coffee, put it down on the table, and I sit down.
Oh, thank you.
So, you're not going to tell me anything further?
Why did you and Cora break up? She seemed absolutely distraught over it. And maybe, yes, I did help her with her little smear campaign for your little art project or audio project or whatever you want to call it, but she's lovely, and I thought you two seemed good together.
What did you do to her?
What did I do to her? Me? Vernon. I did nothing to her.
Well, the truth is, I don't know why we broke up. I'm sorry if that's not the answer that you're looking for, or maybe she's looking for, or maybe I'm looking for. But it's the truth. I don't know.
Oh, Vernon. Sometimes I forget just how young you still are.
I, of course, am close with the Lancaster family and Cora, but I don't know, Lilith. Maybe we were too close. And that's not a good enough reason, I know.
Well, Vernon, you know you're always welcome back here.
Wow.
You didn't have to go back there and relive whatever it was you lived there, or whatever you were looking to find. You can always come back here with your family.
That's quite a proposition. I'll think about it.
Oh,
Huh.
perfect.
Wow, maybe we are family. Well, I want you to know that this is obviously a very dangerous situation. There are people that are hurt and missing. A lot of people think that my art project, as you call it, is callous and attention grab, but you know me, that's not what I'm after. I am truly after the truth. And the fact that you are somehow wrapped up in this, talking to investigators at the scene of the incident at the fair, and you're pitting Cora against me no matter how much I deserve it, it's scary to me, Lilith.
I didn't mean to pit Cora against you. If anything, I intended to bring her closer to you. But she has a lot to work out, and I can only help her constitution along so much. But maybe you should give her another chance. Maybe you'll find you have a little bit more in common than you did before.
Well, I'm dating someone else now.
Oh, I can't wait to meet her. Him. I don't want to assume. It's been a long
Becca.
time.
Yeah.
Oh.
No offense, Lilith, but yeah, I'll maybe introduce her to you at a later point. And don't get any ideas about going to see her, because I think she's in a vulnerable place right now, just like Hakora was, and I just think a meeting with you might be a little too much. No offense.
Well, Vernon, you know, I only go where I'm invited. So,
Yes, that is true. That's what I love about you.
I love you too.
How's your life going?
Well, before you got here, I was just going to go down to the 100 Club and do a shit ton of cocaine with my friends. Do you want to come?
Yes.
I thought so.
You know, sometimes I really hate you,
I know.
but sometimes I want to go to the 100 Club with you and your friends and do a bunch of cocaine.
That is my little brother right there. Let's go.
Let me finish this coffee. Actually, maybe I don't need it.
That's the spirit. She dumps the coffee onto the roses in one last act of like nuttiness. Puts on her leather jacket and grabs you by the hand and takes you down to the 100 Club around the block from her house. All of her friends, you know, Vernon, other people around you don't know, are a little clique of urban vampires that she has found in her travels from all over. To the outside eye, look just like a bunch of cool Europeans, but they are definitely vampires. And with that, we'll go ahead and fade to black for a small bio break. And when we come back, it will be a week later, the night of the winter formal. So grab a water, grab a snack, grab some cocaine if that's your jam. I cannot condone that, but I'm not going to stop you either. Peace. We'll be back. Hello and welcome to I can't do it. It's the day of the winter formal, y'all. And I made this for you. Oh. Oh, there it is. I was like, I did make it.
Oh, nice.
The stream can't see, but there's just a nice little image of the dance.
A little image.
Cute.
So real quick, in the week leading up to, because a lot of stuff happened in those moments. So just to touch base with like a reestablishment to equilibrium, Vernon, I would like you to go ahead and roll a 2d12 with your hot modifier.
2d12?
Or no, not d12, 2d6, which
Okay.
is 12 total
Gotcha.
pot potential.
With
And
my
tell me what
hot-
your hot modifier is. +2, right?
Yes, plus
Okay.
2. I am hot. That is
Okay.
canon.
That is canon.
I rolled a 5 with my 2d6, so that's a 7.
Damn. Okay. So
She's like, that sucks.
you, because I rolled also and added 2, and I rolled a 9, which is not much better. I'm gonna say this whole week you've been pretty itchy. Since you had that weekend of partying with your sister. How do you think that it was just the one night? Do you think you did it like all weekend?
I think Vernon is trying to. I think he misses being a vampire,
Mm-hmm.
or at least, I mean, obviously he's always a vampire, but being around other vampires and especially cool urban vampires like that. So he was there all weekend.
Okay. So yeah, you're feeling a little bit itchy. You did a lot of drugs. You stretched your metaphorical bat wings like more than you have in a long time. And it was a little hard to return to reality come Monday morning. And so now it being Friday, you have kind of just gotten back to a balance of life. Maybe had some conversations with Becca, maybe a few kisses now and then. I'll let you decide. Onyx, you ran into the woods in your werewolf form. You also go ahead and roll a 2d6s. And what do you roll? Do you roll something, a modifier, when you roll for oh wait, what is lash out physically? That's volatile. Yeah, so add your volatile and tell me what you get. Is it a +2?
Yep.
Ooh.
Rolled 2d6. I got a 7 + 2. That's 9.
I rolled a 13.
Holy shit.
So you were able to run after your mom, but you were not able to catch up with her, and you lost the pack, and were not able to cure your darkest self with physical violence. And so you spent that day running around the woods waiting for the next day, and came back to school on Monday morning just utterly exhausted.
Yeah. We did.
Yeah. So similarly to Vernon, I imagine you all just roll up into homeroom and are just like, ugh. Steve, you got your stitches stitched. Everybody's been talking about what happened. What's the story that you come up with to tell people about what happened to you?
I think he's been lying so much that I think he kind of tries to sprinkle in some truth. So I think that he says that he was upset and sad and wanted to try to figure out if he could find anything about Ronnie.
Mm-hmm.
And so he went into the woods alone and he got attacked by wolves.
So he is blaming the wolves.
And the detective saved him. Yeah. He's for sure blaming the wolves. Yeah. 100%.
Onyx is like, damn it.
That's terrible news because it is true.
It's terrible because it's real.
And he hasn't talked to Onyx. And will have ignored any attempts to reach out.
Okay. All right.
Oh my god.
Shocking.
I'm never gonna trust anyone again.
And then Sophie / Josie, you would have come back to school Monday morning after a lovely long weekend with Duffy, reeling in the aftermath of what you learned and what you felt and what you saw in the mausoleum, and what you've learned from Duffy about the circumstances surrounding your death and from your vision. Would you have told anybody?
I don't think at school. I think I would have waited for us to all hang out together, so it's probably not happened yet.
Everybody in their own little...
Yeah.
Would you have tried to put something together, or just knowing that the dance was coming?
I think I'd wait till after the dance. I don't want to bum anybody out.
Damn, that's a long time to hold on.
Yeah.
Especially in the modern day.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, with all of that heavy weighted blanket gravity Tron 4000 weight on y'all, You walk into your school gymnasium. Onyx, having done a lot of practices here for wrestling, all of you, I believe, have a gym class at some point in your schedule, so you have spent at least a period here. The stale, stagnant smell of sweat is gone. Twinkle lights have been strung up around, and little like illuminated glowing orbs, like little paper lantern style, have been hung. Little winter streamers around. All of the benches have been put up. The basketball racks on either side, whatever they're fucking called, have been like rolled up and are like tucked against the ceiling. And the gym just looks really cute. There's a few tables in the corner for people to sit at. There's a dance floor. There's a live band, if you can believe. This school, despite it not having a lot of funding, it is in the middle of a large metropolitan area where there are a lot of local bands just willing to take any sort of gig they can get. So you do have a live little band, and you walk in, I'll say, pretty evenly with each other, just to give a sense of togetherness. Steve, you do see Onyx and Josh walk in. Josh is very cute. He has his little suit jacket with his white crisp shirt and a navy blue tie, and he has pinned a little snowflake to his lapel, and he's just like cheesing, and he sees a couple of his friends and he's like, what up?
If he like if he's like having that moment with his friends and like he talks to them, I think I would, because I think
I did a music shift. Tell me big, it's distracting.
No, I think that Steve went by himself. He's there by himself. And I think that he would go up to Onyx. In this moment where Josh has walked away. Hey.
Hi.
How are you?
Not fucking great, I guess.
Yeah,
you haven't like texted me back all week.
I'm sorry. I think, to be honest, Onyx, I wasn't mad that I wasn't mad about what happened. And I haven't said anything, and I never will say anything. I was mad that right after telling you about how I feel so alone and abandoned, that you abandoned me. You let that happen to me, and then you ran. And I think it's taken me up until today to realize that that wasn't about me. And I'm sorry that I let my hurt make me treat you poorly.
Steve, you don't have to be the one to apologize. There's a reason I don't tell people, like, at least, like, the thing that's true about you is, like, just about you. Like, you can control whether you tap into that or not. But, like, there's this whole world that I've been a part of, and, like, it's a wild and not in my control world, and it's scary to think that it could hurt someone else in the way that it sometimes hurt me, and I couldn't even begin to express like how awful I felt. Like,
what are you guys talking about? And Josh walks up with 2 drinks in hand.
Hi.
You okay? You all right? What's going on?
We're talking about how,
Yeah.
even though I'm not on the wrestling team, I look way tougher than you now with these scars, Josh.
Shut up, man.
I took the tough guy card. I'm sorry.
You
took it.
do look pretty tough. He
Thanks,
does
man.
look pretty tough. I got you this drink. I'm sorry in advance. You don't have to drink it. I think Seth and Alaska might have spiked the punch.
All of
but
it?
I don't know. I walked over and they were like shh and like ran away.
Oh, I'll take it.
It's pretty thick. It's pretty. Ooh.
It's pretty
Let me try. Let me
Go.
try.
Some hairs on your chest.
It's thick.
Let me try.
Yeah, like it's like
No, I know.
viscous.
I know. It's just like it puts such a connotation in your mouth or in
Yep.
your mind.
How is it? Are you drunk yet?
No, but it would be
Woo!
cool if it was.
You want some? He points to you, Steve.
Come on, Steve.
Yeah, thanks. You can get me one.
Oh, okay. Did you bring anyone? Are you here with anybody? And you distinctly remember, Steve, that you have also not probably spoken to Dustin unless you say otherwise.
No, I mean, I don't think that has been an avoiding thing. I actually do think that we've probably talked, but we've not talked about like this or anything.
Okay, because you were gonna, and this is like my fault for, well, not my fault, but like we didn't get to it. But you were gonna meet up after school that day. So would you say that you did, or would you have told him that you got attacked and like you've maybe just been speaking
No, I think
friendly
I actually think I would. I think so. Like he's not doing it maliciously, but I think subconsciously, like kind of hoping for a little bit of a sympathy card to like maybe ease the forgiveness of what he's been kind of shitty lately. Mm-hmm. But I think it like their conversations from then till now just turned into very like surface level. Like, isn't this crazy that this happened to you? And like. More so like just like good friend conversations, and has not been about anything serious, and definitely the dance never came up again, I would say.
Okay.
It's kind of like this event kind of like ruined the moment for the two of them.
The moment never, materialized.
I would say that Dustin has mentioned the dance in your conversations and like being excited about the dance, but has not pushed the issue or like the desire to like go.
I think that Steve is hoping to maybe try to ask Dustin for a dance this evening.
Okay. So Josie, you walk in and you knew this was happening because they've been talking about it and they've been telling you, but your parents did volunteer to chaperone. Also, who is here is Ken, who is making an appearance in good form, and is chatting with your parents. Obviously, she works at the school, so you see your mom as well, Steve. She waves at you when you walk in.
She brought me. If I went by
she
myself,
brought you,
she brought me.
She brought you, but she made sure to go in first and like
I asked
whatever.
her if I could enter later.
Yeah. But she has promised you that she is going to do whatever she can to avoid doing anything that's going to get in the way of your fun. She's just here to make sure students don't do it in the bathroom, essentially. So you see those 4 adult individuals plus Principal Rosenfeld and Townsend, thank you. I was like, what's the other fucking teacher's name? Anne Townsend, who is still in her like brooding artistic poetic phase, and tonight is wearing a very thick turtleneck with a black beret, and has kind of dyed her hair into a darker color. So yeah, that's the adults that you see. Vernon, I'm assuming you and Becca have walked in as well.
Yes, Becca and Vernon walked in, and it's very PDA, holding hands, hugging, grabbing.
Grabbing?
No, I mean like, you know.
You're the reason there are chaperones at this dance.
yeah, basically.
Okay. Yeah, Becca is fawning on you, Vernon. She is you guys have matched color accents, so you're both looking very, very coiffed. And she looks at you, meets eyes with you, Steve, and then gives you a kiss on the cheek, Vernon, and says, I'm gonna go get us some drinks.
Okay, bye.
Bye, I'll be right back.
I walk over to Steve and Onyx.
Hey, Vernon.
Hey.
You look good, bud.
Thanks. You both look great. This is fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm sensing a little tension here.
Maybe I'm just a little uncertain. That's the condition I have around you.
Oh, yeah.
Josie, would you have made your way up to the group, or are you sticking back?
No, I would have made my way up to the group, I think. Kind of a Hey, how's everybody doing?
Excellent.
Sick.
I think it's a
Doing
little
good.
weird for.
Have you tried the drinks yet?
They are thick.
Thick?
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
I don't know
Josh
what.
was using the word thick in a way that like feels unnecessary, babe.
Babe.
He like, as
what's
you
in
say,
it?
babe, he's like, I mean, like, like it's just like a lot of alcohol.
You
I
just
think.
don't-
If ask Alaska what it
Word
is.
tip.
Call me babe.
The juice, the punch is spiked. Interesting.
Yeah. Do you want some? I can go grab some. Josie, you want any?
Yeah, go grab
Yeah.
some. Go
Oh.
grab some for everyone.
Okay. Okay.
Please, if you
Oh,
don't mind.
And he like hands you his cup. What'd you say?
If you don't mind.
Babe?
Oh.
Yeah, babe, please.
No. Shut
Babe, you
up.
mind?
Shut up. He like punches you on the shoulder.
I'm still Steve, so I'm like, ow.
I
I'm
also
just
punched you on the
Steve.
shoulder, but like a little harder.
I actively go, ow!
Bex is grabbing me some drinks, so I'll be here. I don't need any.
Who is?
That's
My
something
babe.
that Steve has called Beck ever since they were little.
Mm,
And I think that pisses him off.
yeah.
Josh looks at you, Onyx, and goes, and like walks away.
Onyx is like
honestly,
very conflicted.
Josh is honestly, he's great. He's a weirdo though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like chill. He's cool.
It's cute.
Stop.
Okay, sorry. Hey Vernon, why don't you go check in on Becca?
Vernon, it seems like you and Becca have been moving kind of like fast.
Yeah, let's talk about it more.
Haven't you only been together like
Yeah, we haven't been together for very long, but you know, when you know, you know. And I know.
That's great. I'm glad
Thank you.
somebody's experiencing something nice.
How are you doing, Josie? It's good to see you.
Steve thinks about the letter that he wrote to Josie.
I'm fine. I'm honestly, I want to have a good time tonight.
Honestly, same.
Things
Like,
have been
can we
hard.
just like forget about everything for like one?
Oh my
fucking
god,
night?
yes.
Well, doesn't that sound good?
Yes.
Hmm.
I want
You
to
wanna-
feel
I'm trying to
alive.
forget.
I can make you guys forget if you want. If you really want.
What does that mean, Vernon?
It's so
I have
weird.
cocaine.
What?
Shit, why the hell
My
do you have
mom is
cocaine?
here, dude.
Die.
Okay, well, Steve, I guess you're out, but you two?
I didn't.
don't know.
Well, I didn't. I mean, I didn't say. I didn't say I was out.
Steve, I'm afraid that cocaine would kill you. But
Hey,
Vernon,
some of us are already dead. Give me some.
I'm so
Josie,
sorry.
that's what I'm talking about.
Vernon, you look around to see before you start doling out cocaine if Becca is around. And you look over to where the drinks are, and you see Cora talking to Becca. And it doesn't look malicious. It doesn't look like either of them are worried. Cora looks like she's stepped back and she's like doing this to Becca. And like pushes her hair off her shoulder.
PTSD flashbacks from school dances right now.
Can you tell that I sat with this session for a really long time to get the intricacies of high school bullying behavior?
Yeah.
Yes. But she's clearly like admonishing her and like admiring her. And that's what you see. Steve, you also see Dustin has just walked in like on the other side and is kind of just like looking around. True to form, he has a little book tucked under his arm just in case.
What a dweeb.
And he's just kind of looking around.
I wait to see if Vernon walks over to Cora and Becca.
I don't. I stay there.
Okay,
but
well then I flagged
I'm
out
looking.
Dustin. Because I tried to get Josie and Onyx alone for a second, but it's not working yet. So I think I just flagged out Dustin.
He like excitedly and like walks over to you and kind of like hurries and like dodges past a couple of people dancing.
As soon as he gets in the circle, I go, thoughts on cocaine?
like generally or like doing it?
I'm just kidding, but also apparently not. Vernon has cocaine, and I don't know how to act.
Vernon.
Vernon.
How did you get
cocaine?
I have sources. I promise you, it's not
And
laced
what
with
are
anything.
they?
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you my sources. That would.
Why
be...
not? That's like a pretty normal thing to.
Y'all are being
tell people.
really lame right now. Can we just find a place to do this, please?
Thank you. Yes.
I look at Steve. Dustin looks at Steve and is like, I don't want to do cocaine.
I don't want to do cocaine either, but we should make sure they're okay, and we should go with them.
Okay. Let's find a quiet spot in the hallway, maybe outside, and
I have some keys. Don't you need?
Why do we need keys?
What do you? Oh, I see.
What?
Just like
To stir it.
Oh.
I think you gotta stir it before you take it. Is that it?
Steve.
Do we need a credit card?
Don't worry about any utensils.
Oh wait, I don't have any scissors. Aren't we? How do we cut it? Are you supposed to cut it?
Don't worry about any of that. I've got it all covered. It's okay.
Okay.
I only have a debit card.
No one needs to worry about paraphernalia or anything. I've got that all covered. You can keep your scissors and your debit card on your person.
So funny. Oh my god.
I want that on a shirt.
Out of context.
We all go to
the hallway.
The boys' locker room. No.
Boys' locker room. Yeah. Does anybody attempt to get Becca or?
I'll
or Josh.
I'll swing
Josh
by
comes back with drinks and he's like,
no, I think I would wait. I think I would get Josh.
What's up? Here you go, Josie.
Oh,
Steve.
Yeah.
Thanks, babe.
Oh, Dustin. Oh. And he looks at you, Onyx. Babe.
It is thick. This is weird.
I'm saying.
Is it molasses?
Can I have one? Dustin says.
Here, do you want to share mine?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Cool. If you don't mind drinking after the same cup as me,
Is it cough syrup?
Oh, it
my
tastes
god,
like
it's
when my
cough
mom.
syrup.
It's cough syrup.
That's so
Ew.
weird.
Josie, hey, codeine.
Wait, so is this... Okay.
Is it perhaps mixed substances?
Oh, Josh, do you have the keys to the boys' locker room as the captain of the wrestling team?
Dude. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I didn't bring them with me though.
Fuck.
What are we going in the boys' locker room for?
I brought cocaine.
What?
Shh. Yeah.
Vernon brought what?
Oh, shut the fuck up, Josh.
Cocaine.
They're kidding. We just wanted to see those little like uniforms that the boys wear.
No, okay. I'm not that much of an idiot. You guys want to do cocaine in the boys' locker room? You do? And he like looks at Onyx like, you want to do cocaine?
Josh,
That could get us in some big trouble.
Yeah.
13.
If anyone finds out.
No, but if we get like caught, or like if they do like a random drug test, which they do sometimes because steroids.
Oh, you mean the team?
Yeah. What do you think I mean?
Sorry, I don't know, just like not doing cocaine in general because we're 14. I didn't. Sorry.
Whatever. My brother was doing cocaine when he was like 12.
What?
I mean, like, don't
Cocaine.
like. He doesn't do it anymore. He like did it once. He like tried it.
Holy shit.
Look, there's
Josie's, I was
no
just Josie's
pressure.
like stepping over to like Vernon and be like, just
Yeah, let me go grab Becca. Oh, well, if you are all in, there's no pressure, of course. And it doesn't need to be stated, but I will, that this is discreet and there's no reason to tell anyone other than this small group of people. But if you do not want to partake, that is totally fine.
We should still go. And I say that to Onyx.
Yeah, I'm going with you. If you're going.
Why are you saying that, Steve?
I'm not saying we should do it. I'm saying we should go and make sure that everything's okay.
I think I would like look at Josh and look at Steve. And then I would like kind of strong arm Steve and be like, let's go on a walk for a second. I'd walk away from the group, just
Okay,
like take
we're going on a
around.
walk, guys.
Okay, bye.
I'll be back, right back. What's the fucking plan here? Like, I think Josh is right. I don't think that I should do cocaine. Like,
I don't think you should do it either.
Okay, well, Josie wants to.
I'm just saying we should be
with
in the...
her whole heart.
Okay, well, we should, and so we
Her
can't
whole
stop.
heart.
We can't stop her because she has a pretty good argument. She's fucking dead, and so I think that we just need to make
You
sure
think she
that
can
she...
get high?
I don't know. Also, we're alone for a second. Am I gonna turn into a werewolf?
What?
Am I gonna be a wolf?
No, what the fuck?
I got scratched. I don't know what the rules are.
Oh, dog. I mean, not dog.
No,
but, like,
I'm a dog.
that's, no. You are not. No, that is not how we're.
Okay, fine. I just... That's great to know. That's good. Because
Honestly, we
I
have
tried
to
dog
talk-
food.
What?
Just to make sure.
I can't.
Listen.
Okay, listen. It was better cooked. I think that if we just... I think that if we go there, we can make sure that Josie... Do you trust Vernon to be alone with Josie?
No.
Exactly, so we gotta go. That's
Okay,
all.
I'm willing to go.
That's all I was saying. I didn't say that
Telling
you...
about going.
That's all I was saying. I don't want us to do it.
Okay.
Okay, we're on the
Hey
same
guys, they
page.
left.
Oh,
Guys,
fuck.
they left. Dustin's like, guys.
Okay.
I don't know. Do we just...
Well,
do
cool.
we
Let's go. Let's.
Yeah, let's catch
it
up.
out.
Vernon,
Where are they
did
going?
you did you in that time go get Becca, or
Yep, I walk over to Becca.
you hear Cora just saying, yeah, and I just think that as women, it's our duty to empower each other, and so I just really want to like sweep this all under the rug, and I'm really happy for you. And oh, hey, Vernon.
I put my arm around Becca. Hey, Cora, it's good to see you. Hey, Bex, we're gonna head into the locker room. If you wanna come with us, Cora, you're of course welcome to join us. It's gonna be a bunch of us just for a second.
I will be happy to go if, and she looks at Becca and kind of like pushes like a piece of Becca's hair like out of the way of her shoulder and is like, if Becca's okay with it. And Becca like kind of like giggles and like looks at you, Vernon. She's like, yeah, it's fine with me. Yeah,
Okay.
Cora just no hard feelings between us. Like,
Nice.
she really gets it. She thinks that we're really cute together, and she was just telling me that like she's really proud of you for how you've like come through these like ratings, and she said my dress looks really good and like you matched it really well. So
That's good.
yeah, I mean, I'm fine. I think everything's good.
I'm happy you two are getting along. Let's go back there.
Okay. And they like, as you and Becca like kind of lead, Cora like puts her arm in like the crook of Becca's arm and like walks with you. What are you guys laughing at?
I'm so sorry.
Is there something in the Discord?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Sophie
I can't.
we're laughing at what we're always laughing at, which is either Sophie or Eric has put something in the chat.
I hope it's the thrust gif.
It's not. It's better,
Yeah.
honestly. It's...
Okay, I can't wait to look at
I'm
it.
so sorry.
I'm sorry, Angie.
No, I was like, I don't think it's that funny, but this is a kind of funny situation. Okay,
It
so
is funny being on the other
Vernon,
side of this, I will say.
Vernon rejoins you, Josie, with both Cora and Becca, and y'all start making your way to the boys' locker room. Josh is waiting for Onyx, and Dustin says, guys, they left, and they run forward and follow you as well.
How do we get in?
How many students are at this dance?
Right now it's pretty packed, so
Okay, great.
you were
So it's
all
not
able.
super
Yeah, you're all.
noticeable.
It's like you came pretty early because of you had to be there for your mom, and then Josie, you might have been there because your parents. But I would say it's probably about like it's like a 3-hour dance, so it's like from like 7 to 10, and I would say it's about like 7:30. So it's still pretty early in the dance, but everybody is kind of there and living.
The people with a late reservation are not there yet, but
Yes.
everyone else is there.
So you make your way. Josh is like, I don't have a key. I don't know how you want to do this. Can anyone like pick locks? I don't know. Can we do this in like the bathroom? Like, why do we need the...
Josie goes around the corner and uses her ghost powers to
Yes!
look through the wall.
Oh my
and
god!
yes.
unlock it from the other side.
Oh
Hell
my
yes!
Perfect use of ghost powers.
Oh my
Unlock the door
God.
for cocaine.
Yeah.
Oh, smart
So-
idea, crawling through the vent. Good idea, Josie.
Yeah.
Josie's so excited.
Wow,
She's
it's
just like,
unlocked.
Josh instantly looks panicked. Like, who left it unlocked? Oh my god.
Well, we better make sure everything's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. Josh.
All right.
Go.
Everyone get in here. Everyone now circle up around here.
Okay.
Just kind of get in a circle. I know this is probably the first time for a lot of you.
I stand next to Dustin.
And it's going to be fun. Just remember that. It's going to be fun.
What are we doing? This is Becca.
Becca, I pull out my cocaine. Okay, just let this just
So
go
there's
for the
such
ride.
a small amount.
Well,
Cora leans over to Becca. Did you know he does cocaine? Becca kind of not like shakes her head and is like, no, I'm just now learning about it. And like panically looks at you, Steve.
I just kind of make like a, yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? Look.
I pull out the cocaine and kind of delicately make a couple lines on like a little mirror that I have.
Oh my god. He has all the bits and pieces, Becca.
Yes.
And you didn't know that he does cocaine?
Why are you whispering so weirdly?
I don't know. Does anybody else just think this is weird?
Yes,
No,
I
think
do.
it's weird. I want him to tell us where he got the cocaine. It's not like I want to use his source to get his cocaine.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do any cocaine.
from him.
I just want to make that clear.
But it would be really normal to tell us, like, to earn our trust where the cocaine came from, Vernon.
Where did the cocaine come from, Vernon? Cora says.
My sister. She's older. I got it from my sister. That's it. There's nothing nefarious about it.
Your sister sounds really cool.
Oh, she is. And Cora kind of looks at you, Vernon.
I take a hit.
Through the
Dustin, like-
nose?
And you just like, you just,
Yeah, just.
wow.
Just-
How do you
I
feel?
you-
does not look comfortable.
Oh,
How does it feel?
I mean, I don't think it's kicked in yet, but like, that was weird. Wow. Oh, I think I'm gonna, oh.
Can we,
It's hard to not sneeze.
Is it like
Canon-
taking a COVID test?
oh, I hated those.
It's kind of like that, but ooh, now it kind of feels numb.
Steve?
Dustin like looks immediately at you, Steve. I'll take care of you. If something goes weird.
No,
If you want to try it.
I'm good. Thank you. If you want to try it, you can.
Dustin?
Are you sure?
Look, Josie and I took it. I feel. Honestly, I
Don't feel pressure, Dustin.
Can I think about it?
Of course, yes.
Of course.
Cora takes the mirror as delicately from you as possible and does one of the lines.
Oh my god.
Like, does not even flinch, just like looks you directly in the eye, Vernon's, and like little
Nice.
eyebrow lift.
Becca?
Becca looks at you, Vernon, looks at Cora. Cora kind of like winks at her and nods. And she like blushes a little bit and takes the mirror and
Becca, you don't have to feel pressure to do that.
shut up, Steve. And she takes a line.
Can I just be vulnerable with you all just for a second?
Yeah,
Yes.
fuck yeah. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I'm so glad that you all are in my life. I just am really happy, and I'm glad that we could share this moment.
Stop it, I'm gonna cry.
That's so beautiful.
Oh.
Onyx, would you like some?
No, you getting all sappy like this is freaking me out.
What does it feel like?
I'm just really excited to go dance.
Let's go
I know,
dancing.
I kind of want to
Yeah.
run. Can we run to the dance floor?
Let's just take a second right here, and then we'll tear it up on the dance floor. Don't worry about that, of course.
Vernon, Cora
yeah.
says, the people want to dance.
What if I
Yeah,
change
let's
my
go
mind?
dance. Let's go dance.
Wait, Steve?
Steve.
Steve?
I look at Onyx.
Steve.
I look at Dustin. Are you sure?
Dustin looks at you and is like, I stand by what I said. If you want to do it, I will stand by your side the rest of the night and make sure nothing happens to you.
I am responsible because this is mine, and I want to make sure that everyone here in this circle is safe, and I promise that I can provide that.
When you're fucked up.
I mean,
Not
we're
that
all
fucked
gonna
up.
we're all gonna take care of each other.
That's
We're
part
all
of the
gonna
deal.
take care of each other.
Steve does a line.
Steve, finally! Becca says.
My nose itches inside of it.
Yeah.
Go like this.
Yeah.
Ooh, that feels good. How do you feel, Steve? Pretty good?
It's weird. It's like numb.
Kind of nice.
I think Onyx, like, despite the fact that there are a couple other people who are not doing it, suddenly feels like very alone.
Josh kind of holds your hand, Onyx. Very nervous, very tense. Okay, should we go back out there? Should we?
Okay, let's get on the dance floor. That band is not that good, but
Yeah.
it's okay.
Tonight's gonna be a great night, you guys.
Yeah, it is.
I love you,
It is.
Tonight's
Josie.
gonna be a good
I
night.
love you, Vernon.
Steve, I give Steve a big hug.
I'm really sorry, Vernon, about there's been a lot of tension with us recently, and honestly, I don't know why, man. I think that you're just trying your best. You're just trying. You're at least you're fucking trying, And so I should try. And so I'm gonna try, dude. I'm gonna try from here on out, man. I am. I'm gonna do it.
That's great, Steve, and
Oh.
you've been through a lot, and the attack on and you look great for the circumstances, of course, and
I mean, it's pretty cool, guys. Can we all
It's
acknowledge
cool.
that I'm pretty cool?
It's cool.
It looks cool, right?
it's cool.
It's
Pretty hot, cool.
sick. Yeah, and
It's cool.
you can do magic. That's so fucking wild.
But
What?
He looks at Cora.
Cora's just
Yeah, fucking. I can do
touching
magic.
everything.
You guys want me to do some magic?
No,
Yeah.
I can do something
Becca sobers up.
I can do something that won't hurt anybody. I promise.
yeah, but you've never done it under these conditions. Like, you should.
Yeah, don't ruin the mood, Steve.
Okay, yeah, sure. That's totally fine. Because Becca doesn't
What do
want
you
me
mean
to.
he does magic?
I'm not going to. I'm a witch. I found an old book.
Cora just
He's
starts
always saying that about
laughing.
himself.
Wouldn't
Josh
that be
is like-
crazy?
Does he mean a wizard?
No, dude.
yeah.
I think
Sometimes.
you get to decide if you're a witch or a wizard. I think it's your choice.
Oh, equality.
Mm.
I love that we're all being vulnerable. This is great.
Let's go dance!
I grab Dustin's hand and run to the dance floor.
Mm.
Okay.
I grab Becca's hand.
Uh-huh.
Hey, you want to join me for some dancing?
Yes. And she kisses you and goes off with you. Do you want to dance, babe?
I guess. I mean,
Are you okay?
yeah, no, it's fine. I've been looking forward to tonight. It'll be fun. Let's go dance.
Okay. And he'll take your hand and squeeze it and walk off with you. Cora will go up to you, Josie.
Mhm.
Hi, I'm Cora. I don't know if we've ever truly met.
I don't think so either, but I'm so happy to meet you.
Do you want to... Everybody else is dancing. Do you want to dance with me?
Yes. Oh my god, yes.
Okay, let's go. And she'll grab your hand and take you out onto the dance floor.
Yeah.
And y'all cocaine out. Get onto the dance floor just as the band
Oh my
is
God.
starting to really rev up. You're sweating, you're dancing. Onyx,
Everything's so colorful.
you see Alaska and Seth and a group of Alaska's friends pouring more alcohol into the punch that was just refilled by Principal
Seth? Can you
Rosenfeld.
remind me who Seth is?
Seth is Cora's brother,
Oh,
who's
that's
friends with
right.
Alaska.
That's right,
Yeah.
that's right.
And you see a couple of your other friends dancing from homeroom. You see Haley and Christina and their little gang of mean girls kind of like making fun of you from the sidelines, but you don't see them dancing, so you don't really care too much about their opinion. You see Eddie, who y'all know to be kind of like the techie guy who is also kind of a hardcore conspiracy theorist, in the corner talking to some of his friends. Steve, you would at some point in your one hit of cocaine 14-year-old brain notice that you don't see Scotty anywhere. But you do see Alaska, and that's a little weird. And you can make of it what you want, but you just notice it. And also you notice that you have a bunch of friends around you right now who are paying attention to you and loving you.
Mm. Yeah, that's right.
Slowly but surely the song that you're dancing to dies down, and a little bit of a slow jam comes on. I don't know if I have a slow jam on here. Let's see. I don't know if I do, so we'll just pretend.
I hear it.
A slow song comes on, whatever is playing in your head. What does everybody do as 14-year-old high schoolers and a slow dance comes on?
I take Becca and I'm dancing really close to her and occasionally making out. It's maybe uncomfortable for other people, but in this moment, Vernon is single-minded.
A teacher comes over.
Yeah, just like
Yeah.
taps you, or like you hear Principal Rosenfeld just go from the side.
I separate for like 10 seconds.
Yeah. Onyx, what are you and Josh doing?
I think we're dancing. I think we've been dancing like all night, but I don't think it's like, I think that Onyx is a little skittish about PDA, so it's like not much more like close
Is it
quarters.
like very
that we've been
classic?
dancing all
Like,
night. Yeah, room for the
Aw.
Holy Spirit.
Oh, I understand. Just as a reminder, I'll show you Josh, beefy angst boy.
Yeah, and I think like I'm like trying like I was really excited to go with Josh. I like am happy to be hanging out with him, but I'm feeling like a little disconnected from the rest of my friends now who are like having an experience
Yeah.
that I'm not, and so I'm a little bit like keeping an eye on Steve, and I'm keeping an eye on Josie. Steve is so high that he's
He's just waving to no one.
yeah.
and I kind of think that I would be like looking for an opportunity to like maybe talk to Vernon one-on-one as well. So I think I'm just kind of like scoping out the room a little bit, which is like taking me out of the moment with Josh.
Mm-hmm. Steve, what are you and Dustin doing when the slow jam
I think we're both just like jam. Like we've been dancing together all night, but it hasn't been like dancing together. It's just like been in the proximity of each other. If you know what I'm saying. And then the slow song comes on. And I think Steve just kind of like stands there.
I don't. I'm gonna go. Do you want anything to drink?
No, I'm good.
Are you sure? Because your face is really red.
No, I just feel, honestly, it's kind of wearing down a little bit. I feel like I'm kind of coming back to kind of.
Okay.
Would you want to
I'm gonna
dance?
go. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And he'll step closer to you. And we'll cut to
Whew, thank you.
we'll cut to Josie, and Cora, as soon as the slow song comes on, Cora immediately wraps her hands around your waist, Josie, and it says, "Slow dance with me."
Josie, like as the song like slows down, like is like whew, and kind of like looks a little bummed that the like music is slowed, and then like is pulled in and is like, oh fuck yes, kind of, and like wraps their arms around their neck and like sways with them.
Becca says to you, Vernon, "It's so sweet that Cora is dancing. Look, she's dancing with Josie.
Oh. Huh,
She's really
that's
nice, Vernon. I don't like, not that I'm trying to say why did you break up with her, but I mean, if it didn't work out, it didn't work out, but I'm glad that she's at least a good person. It makes me feel, I don't know, she's just really sweet."
yeah, she is sweet. She's great. You and her seem to be getting along well. That's nice.
Yeah, I don't know, but I kind of thought she was like flirting with me.
Well, she kind of has that vibe. It's hard to resist flirting with you.
Stop. And
Smooth.
she just kisses you. Um, and Josh has his hands around your waist, Onyx, and he kind of tries to step a little bit closer in the embrace with you. And kind of like, if you will allow him, rests his head on your, or like his chin on your head. He's a little bit taller than you.
Yeah, I think I let him.
And as you guys kind of like sway, he'll say, "Did I upset you back there?"
When?
Uh,
Like cocaine?
I didn't mean to. I hope I didn't yell at you or make you feel bad or anything. I get really scared with that sort of stuff. I've heard horror stories.
No. Wait. About the cocaine?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No. No, Josh. You were I think you were right. I don't know. I I'm glad that we're on the same page about it. I guess I thought I was on the same page with I thought that I was on the same page with some of my other friends. So it's just a different night than I think I thought it would be. But you didn't do anything wrong, and I am really happy to be here with you.
He'll like rest his head back on your, or rest his chin back on your head, and kind of sway a little bit. And as the camera pans out, to the night into Angelwood, a little bit of winter snow has started to fall. The lights from the gym illuminate out, and we pull back and we see the school and kind of hear the camaraderie from inside. And we're gonna go ahead and cut to black and pick
And
up
we see
there.
Ronnie staring outside of the
Next, no,
Oh my
we don't
God.
see it, but that doesn't mean it's not true. So that's where we'll end tonight's
Woo!
session.
Emotional.
Yeah, we'll pick back up with part 2 of the formal, because I feel like there is still some night to live. But thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, players, for letting me push you a little bit more. I was telling them before the stream, and I'll say it now, based on the amount of streams we have left for a true school year, We're looking at about 4 or 5 more sessions of freshman year before we take a summer vacation. So if you haven't gotten a chance, watch the other episode if you are following us on CharmedPersons. But otherwise, freshman year is coming to a close. And this has been fun, and it's only going to get more feral from here. So stay tuned. Thank you for keeping each other safe. Thank you for pushing the boundaries. This is a very fun and feral game, so it's really fun to come and play that. My cat is screaming right now. Anywho, thank you. Love you all. Good night.